Hello, I'm Andrea from the Creative Dream Incubator, and this is Creative Dream TV. And this week I'm answering the question that I got, which is, how do I discern if I'm choosing a dream because it is truly aligned to my soul's purpose, or if I'm choosing a dream because I am operating out of fear? First, I'm just going to say there may be a little bit of noise in this week's episode because I'm here in my dream loft and they are building a patio for me outside the loft. So it's a little bit of noise and stuff going on, but it's very happy noise because they're building a really beautiful patio for me. So yay, yay noise. So this question, discerning between a dream that is rooted in fear and a dream that is rooted in purpose. This is a really important question, and it's also a really complicated question. The simple answer is that a dream that is rooted in purpose feels completely different than a dream that is rooted in fear. But it's complicated because we live in a world that is largely run on fear. We live in a world where it's encouraged to not be in touch with how you're feeling. We live in a world that is full of things that will help you to numb your feelings, to escape your feelings, to kind of stuff your feelings down, to just pretend that you don't have any feelings. And all of that is considered normal and how we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to want to be. And so we live in a world where knowing how you feel, like all the way down to the really subtle layers, where that's considered quite rare. But being that connected to your emotional body and understanding how you feel and knowing what's going on inside of you, those are vital, vital skills for bringing your dreams to life. So, part of the process of working on your dreams is getting better at knowing how you're feeling and getting better at knowing what's going on inside of you. And the thing is, and why this is so weird and twisty and complicated, is because we're so good at hiding from our feelings. And so we have all sorts of ways of doing this that we've been developing our whole lives that we're basically completely unconscious of. So we have patterns and we have behaviors and we have like roles that we play that are all based on kind of staying on the surface of things and avoiding our actual feelings. So starting to change all of that is a really, really big, complicated thing. So the answer to answer your question, what I would say is that you don't need to know in order to get started. I think it's commendable and beautiful that you want to make sure that your dreams are in alignment with your soul's purpose. And that intention and that desire is going to help you to get there. But you might not get there right away. The first dreams that you start to work on may be more about fear. And when dreams are about fear, that can be a lot of different things that are happening. It could be sort of coming from ego and wanting to be seen as good enough, and like maybe if I do this thing, other people will approve of me. Or maybe it can be about being afraid of not getting your needs met. So maybe if I do this thing, it'll guarantee that all of my needs will be met. There's all sorts of different ways that fears can be kind of driving you either towards something or away from something. Complicated. And so you don't have to figure that all out in order to begin, because as I said, part of the process of bringing dreams to life is getting more in touch with what is going on inside of you and just becoming more present in your inner world. So the answer and the kind of solution to this conundrum is to make sure that you're not trying to bring your dreams to life from the outside in, to make sure that you're doing it from the inside out. So working from the outside in is all about doing and accomplishing and making things happen and being very busy out in the world and making things happen. Right? Growing the dream from the inside out is more about connecting with your inner world, learning what's going on in there, figuring that out, and then creating space inside of you for this thing to grow. So when I have people come into the Creative Dream Incubator, which is my master course for how to bring your dreams to life, a lot of people are surprised because the dream that they bring in isn't the dream that they end up with. And they're always really happy with the dream that they end up with, but it's kind of confusing. Like, I totally wanted to do this thing, and that's why I like bought this kit and was so committed and did the work, and then I ended up with this thing. And what happens there is that the process of growing your dream from the inside out connects you more fully to spirit and purpose, because you have to draw from spirit, purpose, intuition, inner wisdom, your creative magic. You have to draw from all of that in order to be able to access your creative potential to create something new in your world. So in the process of doing that, if the dream you brought in was more of a fear-based thing, it will align itself. So you don't actually have to figure that out. What you do have to do is keep your focus on your inner world. Keep your focus on growing that dream in your inner world, creating space inside of you, exploring what's inside of you, and doing the work of growing it in that way, rather than focusing on doing the work of making it happen out in the world. And that way, no matter where your dream starts from, it will end up as an expression of your purpose. That's what creative dreams are. They are little aspects of spirit and purpose. And so this dream that you want to grow may not be the entirety of your purpose, but it is a part of it, and it will support more purpose in kind of coming into your life. It will support you in being more aware of your purpose in general. It will help you feel more sure and confident about it, and it will just help you be more connected in general to your spirit, your purpose, your creativity, your intuition, your wisdom, your creative magic, so that you're accessing deeper levels of your creative potential, so that it keeps getting easier and easier and easier to bring more dreams to life. That's what's fueling it all, really, purpose. I mean, purpose is an extremely powerful energy. So purpose is what is fueling your creative dreams when you grow them from the inside out. So I just can't stress that enough, that inside out, you want to grow it from the inside out. When you're growing it from the outside in, you're drawing from like ambition, and you're drawing from like sort of external sources of energy that are really, really easily wiped out. So it can be, it's hard, it's very hard, it's tiring, it's like, it's expensive, it's just so much work. There's a whole different feeling and energy to it when you're working it from the outside in. And then when you start growing it from the inside out, there's just so much more space for flow and ease, because you're drawing on these really deep qualities, is really, really deep and powerful qualities.